everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Along with Piggy. Now we're starting out in Mining Town, right in front of the clock. Didn't need to use this, which is awesome. It was just about sun to go down, and I ran over here and just went to sleep. But look, something crazy's happened. Whoop! Do you notice it? Do you see it? It's kind of central, right in the center of the camera. Look at this. That's crazy. I kind of like that. That is pretty darn cool. Now, I know what y'all are thinking. Piggy, what in the world? What is this voodoo? What is this crazy stuff you got going on? Well, we are in Minecraft 1.12, and I'll show you. Whoop! Not that. That. So now, we've got the crafting bench. Or, not the crafting bench, but like the recipe book. I guess that's what they call it. Showing all. Showing only craftable. Wonder if that means only the stuff I can make based off of the stuff I have. I haven't really messed with this yet. Apparently we can only craft a couple of things. I've only messed with some stuff because I did a few things off camera in preparation for this episode. But I saw that and I thought, that is so cool. I love how they put a 3D model like that. And it almost makes me wonder, what other items show up 3D? Does that show up 3D? It does. I don't remember if it did before. That coal will. I know those blocks will. Is the chicken going to be 3D? Do we eat the chicken in 3D or do we eat flat chicken? Pressed chicken. Like what you would get at a fast food restaurant where they process it, shove it into a mold. I'm not going to name any names because we don't need to get sued. And I'm pretty sure none of them would ever hear of me, but you know what, we're just going to play it safe. Yeah, but you might have noticed something. Let's see if we can sneak up on him. Look at that. Mr. Chicken Man running about, Mr. Butcher, and we've got a name tag for him. Now, you're probably asking, what's the deal, Piggy? What's about the name tag? Well, if you don't know what the name tag's about, go watch previous episodes. You can understand what's going on. You've probably seen it show up on screen already. But I have gone ahead and started doing Patreon rewards. And some of the rewards that I'm going to be doing is also going to be for longtime fans that not necessarily are able to patronize me, but I still want to give them credit and give them some kind of a reward. So you Butcher, we're going to pretend like you don't deal in pork chops, but you sure deal in raw chicken. You sell coal, which is good, because that gives us some kind of a reset. But what's also good is you do cooked chicken, which would make sense, since this is a cooked chicken shack, right? And we're going to give you a name right off the bat at the beginning of the episode. And you and just pay no attention to that roof. We still haven't fixed it. You know what? We're going to make it our goal this episode to fix that roof. By the end of this episode, I should have that roof fixed. We also, if you notice my hunger bar is carrots. We finally got that fixed as well. For the longest time, I forgot to put that back. That is an awesome setup by Mr. Dean Nader Games. And I'll have a link down in the description so that you can see who he is. He was so kind to give me that really cool food bar. But you, pacing back and forth, you need a name. You need a name. So we're going to give you one. Whoop! You are going to be the Dog Miner. The Dog Miner. Dog Miner is a viewer that has watched for a long time. A good friend on Twitter. We have lots of little DM conversations about redstone stuff and whatnot. Smaller channel. I'll have his link in the description as well, just so you can check him out. But like I said, long-time viewer. So, Mr. Dog Miner, there's your name. But this was so cool. I love that. Now, let's see. It's all the way over there. I think we can... Oh, you know what I want to do? I did want to do this because there's another thing that changed. Wow. I can already tell the change. In 1.12, they've changed a lot of the textures, and I know that they're working on 1.13 changing textures as well. But look at that. The wool has changed color. And I kind of like it. I was really worried about the color of the wool being way too bright. But I think I like this. Because now the bird really sticks out. Look at that. That is so cool. I love that. For those of y'all who may have not seen that before, do I have my depth strider on? Yes, I do. Good. Because I need to go this way anyway. Because this is what today's episode is going to be about anyway. Not the bird, but the direction we're going in. So I'm just going to swim this way while we discuss it. Whoop! Huh? touch the water and you get a recipe. What do you know? And that's the other thing about 1.12. We're going to see a lot of that show up on screen because they've made it where now new players to the game, it's a little more accessible how you can learn how to do recipes, which is really, really awesome. And while I'm swimming over here, I'll point out one more thing. I started using new capture software. Now, for the longest time, I've used Fraps on my channel to do all my video capture. But we're trying something new that Mr. XB Crafted from Hermit Crafted tweeted out. There was a software that was on sale. So I'm giving it a try on this episode. We're going to see how it turns out. But we're over here. Now, y'all, some of y'all longtime viewers, you might know what this is. We're over here in the villager area. Villager Trading Hall. Now, for the longest time, I had trouble with this. The bird, I wasn't certain was working. Up in the bird is where we get villagers bred and born, and they fall down into this chamber. And for the longest time, this is what this chamber looked like. See how there's one villager there? Yes, sir. You. One villager. Well, I decided to prep and get ready for this episode, so I came over here and I busted this open to purge out the villager that was in there. Yes, the one villager. Something crazy happened. Population explosion. Look at this. We have villagers upon villagers upon villagers. I have no idea how this happened, but all these villagers were crammed in that one spot, and it looked like one villager was there, when there's a whole bunch of them. Now they're just playing around. Now you guys are just having too much fun. But we are going to work on the villager area over here. We need to make ourselves a better trading hall than what we got going on. Uh-oh. And that's what I was worried about. I was really concerned that we were going to be making a breeding area. Not a breeding area, but a spawnable area for bad guys. Ooh, pardon me. Whoop, there we go. Woo, and we got ourselves an achievement. Awesome. That's just going to take some getting used to, I tell you what. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to start ripping down this whole structure. I love the way it came out. I love the way it worked, but I think it's time for it to get rebuilt. There's a better design to all of this. This is so huge, taking up a lot of room. And I have found a lot of different YouTubers using a new design by I want to say it's by Z Teddy. I can't remember his name. I'll have a link as well in the description, just so that we can, we got to give credit where credit's due. And if somebody came up with an awesome design, we got to give credit. But we're going to rip all this out. We're going to build it. But as per usual, we're not just going to do a basic build. We're going to make it aesthetically pleasing, if that's how you pronounce it. And I am stuck. How'd I get out of here? I built this thing and I don't know how to get out of here. There we go. I knew there was a way to get out of here. Come on, up the stairs, up the ladder. Let us out. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to purge out all of these villagers, because some of these villagers I wanted to keep. I haven't even had a chance to look at all those other villagers that we got over there. So I'm going to rip this stuff out. We're going to get to building today's project so that we can get to finally working with villagers, and so we can start getting some of these guys ready to give them name tags as the Patreons get set up. So I'm going to get to working. I'm going to get a little bit of opening going on. Get a little bit more, cleaning up. I'm going to prep and ready for the next clip. And I'm going to bring you back and show you the progress. There's not more of you in there, are there? I sure hope not. You said yes? Uh-oh. I'd say things look a little bit different, wouldn't you? I had no idea that villager build took up this much room. I think when I built it in little segments and sections, and so I had no idea how much area I was ripping out in here. But look at that. We got water right on the other side of those blocks, so we really need to be careful in here. Don't want to make a mess. No more mess than we've already accomplished. And I can hear villagers losing their mind. So one of the first things I did was I ran over to the desert and we relocated the beacon to over here. Yeah, I know. I can craft wooden planks. I know. You're gonna give me all these hints and you're gonna give me all these details. What is it? If we hit the letter L, we get to see all the withering heights. Summon a wither. We've already done that. But I guess we didn't do it with this new system up and going. Huh. Now, I wish that this window right here was so much bigger because it feels like you can't see everything in there. There we go. We'll just escape right out. So, I have ripped the guts out of this thing, opened it all up, and this area right in here, I think, is the area that I've measured out that's going to be where the new build is. So this kind of gives you a scope or an idea of how big it's going to be compared to what it was. But I've also done a little bit more work. You can kind of see it right there. Done a little bit more work that's going to give you an idea of what the feel of this build is going to be. Now, I always felt like this build was really, really claustrophobic. Everything's all... Did I not turn that off? Okay. You're getting shut down. Where is it? Controls, auto jump off. I know, I get it. Craft the planks. The recipe book can help. Oh no, I shut the whole game down. That's what I get for playing a whole new version of Minecraft, right? So let's see here. Advancements, no. Go to there's that. Oh, you shut the game down. That's how you make the little crafting messages go away. Okay. So, you can hear all the racket going on. Behind that wall, I've got all the villagers kind of protected. See if we can break it. Yeah, you. You right there, Mr. Librarian. Oh, and all your friends queued up and ready to go. Let's do this. Look. Oh my gosh. So we've got them all blocked in there so we don't get a zombie invasion. And it's so strange that the noise gets loud here and not over there. That is so strange. I don't get that. But yeah, I've been using the haste beacon so that we can... Nope, I can't go around that way. So that we could clear out a bunch of this space. But the big reveal, the big change, is what's upstairs. Usually when I build, I hollow out an area and then I start building and I build my way up to the top. I think I decided to do this one a little bit different, especially since we're having to mess with water. Check that out. And I really like with Optifine how we've got the connected glass texture, so I think that kind of helps with this build. But this is going to give you an idea of how big of an area this new trading center is going to be. It's so much bigger than the other one was. We're not going to feel so claustrophobic and closed in. You! I heard you zip around. What are you doing under the ocean, Mr. Enderman? Where are you? Now we got to find you. Where are you? Are you hiding? Are you revealing... Yep. You're revealing spaces we haven't lit up properly. Sweep the leg. That's what Johnny did, right? Sweep the leg. Oh, and you fall down and go boom, and you didn't drop an ender pearl at all. Oh, you did. Sweet. Am I using my looting sword? I am. Awesome. So we did get a few more ender pearls from that, and that's going to be important. We're going to need ender pearls to eventually make our way over to the Dragiones. But you can tell I have got a whole lot more work to be done. I think this project is turning out to be a little bit bigger, a little more ambitious than I originally anticipated. This right here took a lot of work. I went ahead and made the decision to build the bottom layer of this glass level with the gravel bed outside. So that made things a little bit easier. But it took a little bit of work to get this glass dome set up and to clear out the water and to make sure that we weren't going to flood the area. But I think for the most part, I'm going to build down about 4 or 5 blocks before we move in this direction, like away from the wall outward. And so I think at that point we'll be far enough under the ground I don't have to worry about gravel falling down and flooding the area, so that's good. This is going to be the chute. This is directly underneath the bird. Where, can we see it? You can kind of see it right there. That's the, come here you, this doesn't want to work properly. That's the spot where we jump down. Let me see if I can back up and move over here. And somewhere, it's really strange. Where is it? It's in the basket. That's the problem, and the basket's kind of hard to see for some reason. It's really odd, though. If you look in this general direction, it seems like you can see through the water so much better than looking straight up. I don't get that. the weird things that Minecraft does, right? But yeah. So I've got a whole lot more digging to do, a whole lot more building to do before we can ever get to the point where we can loosen these guys upon the world. And gals. We never really know if they're girls or guys. But get them where they can be in their stalls and all set up. So I'm going to go back to ripping more of this stuff out. That was weird. I saw the particles on that, and I thought it was an Enderman, but I didn't hear a sound. So we'll put our back to you so we don't see what's going on. But yeah, I'm going to start ripping out some more of this stuff and see if we can get a little more organization going, a little more of the build finished. Then I'm going to bring you back and show you something maybe without a lot of racket going on. So I'll meet you back over here in just a moment. Alright everybody, something very strange has happened and I'm kind of alarmed by it. I logged off the game, and when I logged back in, I found my character standing here. Now I logged off way over there underneath the water. There's nothing in my inventory. There's nothing. I don't have any armor. I don't have any tools. Oh my gosh, I don't have any crafting recipes anymore. This is not good. Are my builds still here? See, this is the one thing that I'm always scared to death about. This world I've been building on for 3 years, and every time they upgrade Minecraft to a new version, I get really, really concerned that something's going to happen. Okay, so all the builds apparently are still here. There's stuff in the chests. Okay. So that, at least the game's remembering the builds and the stuff in the chests. So that, but I'm really concerned. That was all my good gear. That was all my building stuff completely gone. This is, oh, it's a catastrophe. This is crazy. And I'm getting hungry. I don't even have any food to my name. Okay, the village is still here, so that's good. So apparently the builds and the stuff in the chests have not been affected, but my personal inventory's been affected. You get reset. So let's go over here and check this out, because there's one more thing that's concerning me. Your inventory is specific to your character. Well, so is the contents of your ender chest. Oh, great. So all the stuff in my ender chest has disappeared as well. Now, the only saving grace is I've got a backup of this file before I swapped over to 1.12. I don't have all the work that I've done over there at the villager thing. So now the big question begs, do we go into creative mode and do we cheat in all the items that I lost? Or do we go get our old file where we've got all our old items and do... Are you still running around in there? He really wants out of there. Come on, dog miner. You got a job to do. Cook that chicken. Or do we creative mode, get the build back to where it was? Or, I guess the third option would be, do we just bite the bullet, lose all of our stuff, and start over again? I'm kind of in a conundrum here. Now, I've done a few different things before in this game, and whenever I've done stuff like that, I've tried to show you where I've had to do things in creative, like bringing in command blocks. There's a whole command block conglomerate down at Bedrock underneath that area. We had a command block set up there in the bird for a while, and now we've got the command block time set up right there at the clock. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the build the way it is, because that's not been affected. I'm going to go ahead and creative mode in the majority of the stuff I've lost. There are a few things that I had in my ender chest, like really old pickaxes and stuff like that I couldn't repair anymore. And I was just going to save them and use them for armor stands or something like that. But I tell you what, we're just going to go ahead and let those go. But the important gear that I've had, I don't think it's right that I should lose all that just because of a weird crash. I don't like that. It's a little frustrating. And I got to figure out what happened so that it doesn't happen again. So that's what this weird little cut and edit is for. I should be over there finishing up, But what I'm actually having to do is stop for a moment and fix this little whoops that happened. And also wanted to explain what happened, because I know that now, especially now that I've decided to do it, I know that if I showed the next clip and there I was in brand new armor, my bow showed no damage, none of my tools showed damage, some observer, some very astute observer would notice, wait a minute, Piggy, all of your stuff is not in the same condition it was since last clip. What in the world did you do? So I wanted to let you as the audience know what happened and what I'm going to have to do to fix it. Okay, so I do have some armor and stuff here that I didn't leave in there. But I want to say there was, at least 10 diamond blocks and some diamonds that were in there, plus a lot of other stuff. That stinks. That stinks to high heaven. All the way up past this roof, out here, up to the stars. So I'm going to go ahead and get that stuff remedied, get it fixed, and then I'm going to go back over to the build and work on a little bit more so that I can actually show you some real progress, so we can have some kind of closure to this episode. So I'm going to get all that stuff fixed. You stay shut and keep us protected from the bad guys. And I'll meet you back over at the build in just a moment. Kind of worried about this leaky ceiling. We might have to call a roofer to get this thing fixed. Or I might just need to fill in this area. That's probably going to be the better alternative. Now, I've kind of finished. I've finished and I haven't. Okay? I finished the decorative part. Doesn't it look nice? Doesn't it look snazzy? Yeah, this is the wrong side. But I thought I would start out over here because in the process of... see, I got all my armor back. Just about worn out this pickaxe. I think the only thing here that I couldn't get back the same way was I think this was efficiency 4. And when you're in creative, you only have access to efficiency 5. So there were a few other items that were that I just chose not to replicate. And so I feel like that kind of offsets it. But I don't know if y'all remember. But, we can't see that yet. One of these last clips, I was over here, and we kept hearing this sound like there were a lot of minecarts in this area. Yeah. In the process of clearing stuff out, look what I found. Look at that. That's ridiculous. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. See how it looks like there's one villager right there? There's actually a conglomerate. There's a bunch of them. Do I have any? No, I don't have any. Okay, well, let's get some rails, and I'll get some rails and show you what I'm talking about. This is a little more parkour than I care for. Whoa. All right, so we'll come over here, and right up in this spot, that's where we're going to fall down from the bird to a platform right here that I've yet to build. And then we'll be able to look into this. Now, I've got lights on the floor right now because I wanted to make sure that my light levels are going to be good. But check this out. I am liking this so much better than the claustrophobic version that we had before. And look at this. There are 10 stalls on each side, and there are 4 sides. So that's going to make for a holding tank of 40 villagers. Haven't put anything in there yet. All the guts and all the stuff in the backside we haven't done yet. But over here, this is going to be storage for different things to trade with villagers. But right now, it's just junk storage. Where is it now? See, this is a spot. I haven't done anything here yet because we got all the guts to put inside here. So I figured I would leave it wide open for now. But this is the rail where the villagers are. And so what we're going to do is whenever we want to leave this area, we're going to go this way, up a little bit, and then we'll be level with the rails. And whenever we want to send the villagers away, they're going to go down in a system that's going to do kind of the same thing. It's going to bring it up the side and up to the rails over there. But that's not for today either. Where is it? There's all the stuff I use for trading with. I know it. There we go. I knew I had some rails around here. So let's go ahead and go over here and hop down and do this. But while I'm going to show you this is going to be today's project. Now, not this, but what I've done. Whoa, hello, squid. How are you doing? I want you to build something underwater, or if you have already built something underwater, I want you to take pictures of it, send it to me on Twitter, and I'll tweet it out for everybody else to see. Some kind of crazy build that you've done underwater before. Now, what I'm kind of concerned about is there used to be villagers in that minecart as well. Let's do this, just so they don't get away from us, because last time that I did this, see, it's like there's so many, I can barely even get my character to fit in there. Let's do this. Whoa. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, there were 11 minecarts in that one spot. All right, so let's do this. And one more. Come on, you. Let me put the right there. There we go. And for some reason, the game wants to store momentum going that way. So it's like they don't want to push back this way. So let's do this. Oh, there they go. And see how they just like break off the rails because there's so many of them? You're going off the rails on a crazy train. Are there more of you? Huh, apparently there was only 3 there. Well, I thought there was a whole lot more. Well, apparently there was. There was like 12. But all the minecarts broke. But yeah, that's what I want your project to be. I want you to take pictures of some epic build you've done underwater and send it to me, and I will tweet it out for everyone else to see. It can be this if you want. It can be anything you want, really. It's kind of an open-ended project this time because Piggy failed to get everything done in a timely fashion. Let's just save these for later because I know I'm going to need these anyway, and I'll sort this stuff out later. But you get your pictures tweeted out to me. I'm going to get some more materials because we got a lot more materials to gather up so that we can start getting the guts built on this thing. And I hope to meet you back over here next episode where we can start working on all these guys and their shenanigans, and we can try to get the villager a holding tank finished. So you get your projects done and tweet it out to me. I'm going to gather up materials, and I hope to see you in the next episode.